Hello and welcome to Tea Talk. Listen, I'm so excited to see all of you today. As you can see, I'm wearing my red today, got my red roses on, and behind me, I've got my ho 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 blanket. My grandchildren love this Santa blanket that I pull out every year for Christmas because it tells us, hey, it's time to go to Nana's and get up under her warm blanket and have a wonderful Christmas. And so this is just one of the things we do every year. Bring out the blanket. This kind of signals that it's time for us to get into the business of having some fun, some ho 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 fun. And of course, we know that Christmas for all of us, we have a very, very, very special reason why we celebrate Christmas because it's the birth of Jesus. But there are some traditions and things that we do that surround that awesomeness, that wonder, that giving gifts, that love, that joy, all of those fun things that we do to commemorate the love that God sent to us through Jesus Christ. So today is one of those traditions that we do every year. At First Met, we have our big Christmas program, and I call it the Christmas Ensemble because Ensemble Theater comes down to us every year from downtown. They come to First Metropolitan Church and they give us this wonderful, wonderful presentation. So it's kind of like a tradition. You know how you watch certain Christmas stories on TV every year, or certain songs you have to play every year? Well, every year we get excited about the Ensemble Theater coming to First Metropolitan Church. And today we're going to be hearing about what's going to be happening this year. I'm hearing that there's some changes that you will not want to miss. And we have some of the actors and actresses and singers that are going to come on so you can get to know them before the show. You can say, I already know about them. I met them on Tea Talk. They're going to tell us some wonderful things. And if you have any questions that you would like to ask of them personally or about the presentation, the show, or anything, put it in the comments and they will happily get you an answer back. So the first person I want to bring on is a wonderful young lady that I met several years ago. And I met her at the same thing at First Metropolitan Church when the Ensemble Theater came. And she has this gorgeous, gorgeous voice and just so beautiful. You watch, she's just going to be glowing, right? She still glows every time she comes in the room. She just lights it up. But I want you to meet her again for those of you that have not done so, and get ready because she's going to be doing some different things in the show this year at First Metropolitan. So Miss Bridget, welcome to Tea Talk.
Hi.
We're so glad you're here. You look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. It's all the makeup.
Is it the makeup? Girl, to tell you the truth, I gotta learn how to do that makeup this year. That's one of the things I'm gonna learn to do, really. Because makeup artists, when I have my makeup done, costs a little money, right? And my granddaughters know, they go and they know how to make up themselves, and it's so pretty. So I'm gonna work on doing that. Did you do it yourself?
I did. I normally, at least once every other year, I go get a consultation on how to update my makeup on the latest trends. So I had someone teach me how to apply the makeup for stage.
Well, get out of here. So you could go have a little makeup session to update you on the trends, what's new, because you know what? The way I wore makeup when I was younger, they taught you how to do, that's not trendy anymore. Is what you're saying. You got to kind of keep up with the trends.
Also, they come out with new products. And some of these new products, they help you with, hiding pores, also with skincare, because, skincare is the key to having great makeup. So if you have a foundation, your makeup will turn out really great. So some of the new products account for that. So
okay. Well, honey, they look good. Some have to get me one of those people. Because do you have did they tell you how to make up for the holiday? Because you look like you just blended so well with the Christmas tree and the other lights. Is the holiday makeup is just to make
it's
up?
Just stage, like the young lady, she goes by Ask Christina. She's on Instagram. She's an Instagram influencer. And I met her out in Los Angeles. And she taught me, how much foundation I need to put on. Because normally for everyday wear, you put on light foundation. You really don't pack it on. But for
Right.
stage, you have to pack it on because all of the lights, they wash you out. And
Right.
so when the lights wash you out, you don't have eyebrows, you don't have any cheek definition. So you have to create that definition in the color. So,
Wow.
but yeah, it's a different application. Like in real life, you almost look clownish, but on stage, it looks really great.
Beautiful.
So,
Yeah. Wow. Well, speaking of stage, I know because I know you and I've seen you many times on the stage, that you play many different roles. And this coming Christmas, the 17th, which is tonight, you're going to be at the First Metropolitan Church on stage with the ensemble for a production. Can you talk about this great production to our audience to show them what they need, why they need to come out tonight at 7, I believe it is, right?
yes, at 7 o'clock, doors
At
open.
7 o'clock and see what is this all about this tonight?
Okay, well, we are having a Motown Christmas, which is a review of all of the music that Motown contributed to that era, and especially during the holiday season. And it's so wonderful because, of course, we all know that Motown is a part of Black culture, American music culture. So it's a journey. The difference, we've done the show here at the ensemble at least 3 years. And so one of the differences from the past years is that we've incorporated technology and how the young people are so into the technology these days. Well, there's a mother in the play with children, and she's introducing them to Motown and the sounds that she grew up on. You
I
know,
love it. Wow. And that's so wonderful because I date myself too. Motown was what I grew up on. Okay. Motown was it. I remember going to the cleaners because that's where you bought your 45s from. So I really date myself. 45 is a little bitty record about that big. Yeah. And it was a record. So when the latest things came out from Motown, Detroit and all of that, we would run to the cleaners and get our little 45 and take it home and play it on our record player. So I'm dating myself. So you mean to tell me that they're going to be talking about that? The mother will be talking to her daughter about Motown and how it came to be? Wow.
Yes, this adaptation was created by Aisha Usturi. She was the choreographer and the director for this show. And so just her idea was to bring the children in because the previous years, I don't think we had a big child presence.
We
And
did
so
not.
we wanted to bring the younger generation. She wanted to bring the younger generations in. And it works. You know, the kids in this play are absolutely amazing. So,
Wow. Wow.
yeah.
Did y'all get my grandbaby in the play?
Oh, well, not this time. Okay. But Harper is in our Christmas plan.
Okay. Because I was like, I know my grandkids are really talented, and I'm just wondering why they weren't cast. Okay, I'm moving on. I'm not gonna be one of those parents. But you parents out there, y'all know what I'm talking about. You'd be like, why my child didn't get a solo? Why they only have one line and yet this one has 5? Okay. Especially when they're as gifted as my little kids are. They're very gifted, right?
Very gifted, yes.
Okay. So anyway, I think that's great though. So this year it's going to be different. You're going to bring in the kids. You're going to bring in the younger generation. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Tying them into history. Mm-hmm.
tracking the history of Motown.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So that's going to be something different about this year because some people say I saw it last year, but it's going to be different this year. And that's something. Is there something else that might be a little different that you can give us a sneak peek on?
Well, one, there's a lot of glamour.
Oh,
Okay. And we have lots of sequins, boas, feathers, and diamonds everywhere, glitz and glamour. We do have, which is different from last year because last year was more like a house party,
right.
friends and family getting together. This year, it's actually the artist. We come alive as the artist. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but I'm one of the Supremes. We have the Vandellas, of course, the Temptations, the
Yes,
Four
I
Tops,
am.
Gladys Knight and the Pips, all of the fan favorites. So
Wow.
we're bringing that glamour.
So the actors and actresses are going to actually be that particular artist?
Yes.
Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. So, and I believe you have one of those artists there with you in the studio.
I do have a couple of artists with me in the studio.
Really?
Would you like to see them all? Because we can
Yes,
bring
I'm
them on.
excited. Yes, can you
Okay.
bring them on and introduce them
Yes,
to us? Yes.
yes.
So who do you have there?
Oh,
Hello.
I'm gonna go.
Oh,
I know there was one more. So
ooh, you got two men there. Wait, who are you guys?
okay.
I'm Jacory Jackson. I'm a part of the male ensemble, and most notably playing Marvin Gaye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love Marvin Gaye. You got that smooth tone with Marvin Gaye.
I got a little something. I'll do my rendition of it, but yeah.
Okay. Little something, something, huh?
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this, because I know you're young. Did you even listen to Marvin Gaye growing up, or how did you get that part? They just said you matched the part best for Marvin Gaye.
I mean, I definitely listened to Marvin Gaye like throughout my life. I know his music. With this particular one, I mean, we were all just kind of singing and kind of getting into our groove, and we were getting to start rehearsing that song, and they were like, "Hey, you do that," and I was like, "Okay," and I wanted it, and so it worked out really well. That's actually the song I got to sing the parts that I wanted, so it worked out really good.
Wow. One of my favorite Marvin Gaye songs, and I hope that's the right word, is What's Going On? Do you know that?
What's going on? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
What's going on?
That song, of course, it's an iconic piece that will forever be, because it was during the Vietnam War. And it's when I was in college, and the college students, a lot of them were, getting drafted and just kind of thinking about that war and peace, the big afros and things. So I can just, that's gonna take me back.
Yeah. That's
the
goal. That's the goal. A lot of people, they come up to us and they tell us about how we took them back, during the show, and that's, I feel like we've done our jobs, because like Motown, the music transcends generations.
Right.
But in the time that it's not my time period, right? And so if you can come and see the show, and you tell me that I've taken you back to that place that you were, that's one of the hugest honors that anybody can say to me at the end of our show. I feel like I've done my job. So
wonderful. And I'm so excited that you all are going to be educating the children and the teens and young adults that don't know about Marvin Gaye or about any of the Motown review, that you're going to be educating and bridging that gap. My sons, my children, they love Motown because they heard it in my house. And we had at the time we go back and it's just amazing how time has moved so fast. But we had some 8 tracks and some, what was that, tapes, those kind of things. And they were Motown, and my kids would steal them. They would take them and play them.
wow.
Because they just love the singing, right?
Yeah.
Now they're on CD and they still go back, because and this is what I believe. Motown is one of those, is a word, genre, whatever, you know what I mean, try to say. It's one of those periods that I believe is just an icon. I mean, it was a period that if you were there in it, it had an impact on not only us as African Americans, but on the world. Because I believe those singers were singing, as all artists do, they sing about their experiences or whatever, but there was a lot going on for Black Americans during that time with civil rights and all the things. So I don't know if that's why it meant more to me at that time or what, but well, listen, what else do you do? Do you do anything else besides act and sing, or what do you do?
So yeah, primarily I'm an actor. I've been acting in and around theater since I've been like about 8 years old. Okay. I sing on the praise and worship team in my church. And I am yes.
You want to give a shout out to your pastor, to your church, right quick?
Shout out to St. James Baptist Church in Pearland, Texas, under the dynamic leadership of Pastor Aaron R. Binder. And who is also my uncle, and my first lady, Wanda Binder, who who is also my aunt.
Wonderful. Well, you got to give those shout outs for your church and for your pastor. You know,
Yes.
so I'm making sure you don't get in trouble when you go
Oh
back.
no, yeah, they SJBC.
I do that. And that's an old thing, but you know, we were growing up, you wouldn't dare stand up and say anything before you acknowledge who you were and who your pastors were. And you say, give it honor to God, who's the head of my life, and to my pastor.
I'm so bad with the formalities of that. I'm the worst.
Pastor so I'm a member of the First Metropolitan Church, and he's I'm the direction of the dynamic. So you know, you just kind of put. Then you would say whatever you got to say.
Right. Right.
Well, great. Well, I'm so glad to have you, and I'm looking forward to hearing your singing and your acting. And just want to, you know, wish you well on your career path.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Yes, indeed. All right. So who else do we have here?
Hi, my name is Fortune Owenali, born and raised in Houston, Texas. Yes, born and raised in Houston, Texas, native of Nigeria. I am also part of the male ensemble. I sing a couple of numbers. My Girl from the Temptations.
All right, My Girl.
Yes, as well as
My Girl. Talking about My Girl.
My Girl. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's the one. I got it. Okay.
As well as one of the numbers that the playwright actually created, What's Up on the Christmas Tree. I sing the ad-lib for those. And I also do play different parts, like part of the Grapevine. Well, I'm in Grapevine for where am I? Gladys Knight and the Pips,
Yes.
Temptations.
Yes.
I'm in Marvin Gaye's Can I Get a Witness? I'm in the Four Tops. And I'm a pastor, you know. I play the pastor.
All right, now got a word, huh? You can bring
always.
Wow, that is amazing. So, so how long have you been here? Were you born in Nigeria, or are you your family?
So I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. My mom and my dad were born in Nigeria, and we tend to make going to Nigeria our like family trip every Christmas. So recently we have been trying, because finances and the problems with Nigeria and the things that's happening in the economy, we've been at least get a once every 2 year type of trip. So it's been really cool. I enjoy it.
Wonderful, wonderful. I've not been to Nigeria, but we do have some members from our church who are from Nigeria. So thank you for representing Nigeria.
Always.
Now, when did you get into acting, and how did you get into acting? You know,
so I would say that I tell people I'm not the traditional actor. I actually never really got into acting. I've always wanted to act, but I've never really been like deep dive, been acting since I was young. I've always been doing other things that were portrayed to acting. So I was always doing speech and debate, and speech and debate, we have a thing called interpretation, where we take parts of plays or parts of scripts and we perform them as actors. And so I did that a lot, as well as, like I said, I did a lot of poetry. I do a lot of spoken word poetry recently. But the team I was a part of right about now, we have became this is the first time in Houston that we became the top ranked national slam poetry team in the entire nation. But first time in Houston ever happening. And so,
okay. So when you say slam poetry and stuff like that, I mean, I know most of the people that are your age know about what slam poetry is. Maybe some of the other ones are a little bit older, may not know. So is that like the spoken word slam poetry?
Yeah. So slam poetry is pretty much spoken word, but performance. So it's a bit of acting and it's a bit of poetry mixed together, making it sound just
okay. Nice. Gotcha. I'm feeling you. So you do this in addition to what you do as far as acting. And so can people hire you or bring you in for like their youth conferences or things like that?
Absolutely. So on top of that, I'm also an MC. I MC events, as well as I am a consultant. So I definitely, when it comes to things like speech and debate and acting, I do consult, I do teach, I do coach. in those areas. So if anyone wants to hire me as far as to be their special feature or the special speaker or the special guest, I am the guy. And to teach, even to teach.
And
I
you
am.
man, huh? You the man. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So how do you have a website or an email, or how do they get in contact with you?
So the way they can contact me is a couple of ways. Mostly through my social media.
Okay.
Is Chief Ikenna, which is Chief Ikenna. That's my actual label in Nigeria. So I decided to make that a big thing for me in America. That is my main idea. If people want to email me, they can email me at fortuneowenali, which is my first name and my last name, at gmail.com.
At Gmail. Okay, very good. Well, we'll get that typed in the chat too, so people can get the exact spelling correctly and so forth. So, hey, we thank you all for what you're going to do for us on Sunday tonight, and we look forward to meeting you all there, and even beyond this, to reach out to you for maybe some different events and things like that we're having at our church and so forth. Are you in church somewhere too?
Yes, I go to the United African Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. You shout out to your pastor or anything like that?
Well, we got a new pastor, so I'm about to learn about my new pastor.
Okay. Maybe they haven't quite earned it yet to be shouted out. I'll see if they gonna stay. They just got to. I'm not real sure. But anyway, I'm just teasing. I'm sure. But anyway, I understand that. So, well, thank you guys for sharing. And we're gonna talk to our last little, I call her princess in the middle here. I want to talk more about what it is that you do, because I know, who is your pastor in your church?
Well, my bishop is John D. Ogletree, and my queen mother, Lady O.
Okay. And your church, I know the pastor is our son, Pastor Johnny. And so, and that's where you all are going to be coming to a wonderful, wonderful church. So, Miss Bridget, I want you to talk about that a little bit, about the kind of church we have, just a little bit, because after you came through to perform at the with the ensemble, you circled back and now you're a member of the church. So we kind of grabbed onto you, and you become because you've been a member now for what? How many years? About 2?
It's about to be 2 years. We're going on 2 years now.
Wow. And we love her. We love her. Okay. So
we love her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't she wonderful? So tell us about your life, how you became this beautiful princess, talented, gifted, and just an all-around beautiful woman. Tell us about your little journey.
Well, I have always sang. This is what I've always done with my life.
As a little girl, you sang, right?
Yeah, my mom and I and all my aunts and my cousins, we all sing. And so we sing.
It's in the blood.
Yes.
It's in the blood.
And I decided to pursue it professionally as a teenager. I got my first record deal with Sony, and I'm not going to talk about the year. I was, and then I started. I got my first record deal, and I put out my first single, which solidified me as an artist because it reached to number 24 on the Gospel Billboard charts, and it stayed there for 12 weeks. And so
you go.
Ended up writing for a movie and things like that. So it was something that was paying me. So I said, this is going to be a career. I don't know how famous I'll be, but I learned to earn a living from it. I didn't.
Well, that's a good sign. I'm just saying, did you know that's a good sign? If they pay you for it, that it's a career, not a hobby. I used to do counseling and tell people, girl, that's a hobby. You ain't getting no money, that's a hobby, okay?
Okay.
That's a career.
Yes.
No. So that was my determination, because my dad was like, you need to be a teacher. I said, well, maybe, Dad. I said, but if I can find, he said, but if you can find a way to make a living, I'll get off of you. I said, okay. Right. And I did. So that's what I've been doing my entire career. And I didn't start acting until 2017. And my first acting role was here at the Ensemble because I love the Ensemble. And they have been so wonderful to me. And so I'm very faithful and loyal to them because of that.
Yeah.
And so
take a break, commercial break right there. And let's give it up for Miss Eileen, okay, and the Ensemble Theater.
yes, Eileen Morris, come
You know
on.
we love her. We love
Ensemble Theater, under the ensemble, with George Hopkins is the founder.
And Miss Eileen is the director, or whatever you call. She runs stuff, okay? So we want to give her props. She is such a wonderful person, and you know we claimed her as our family. Now we adopted into the family with her, and she's adopted into ours, and we do love her and appreciate her for bringing the Ensemble Theater from downtown to the suburbs in Northwest Houston off the Beltway, where the bishop is John D. Ogletree Jr.
Represent.
Okay, you know we gotta represent. So anyway, I just wanted to give her props because she's a hard worker, and she's been there for a long time, and she always gives her best and excellence in what she does, and she loves the Ensemble Theater, and her hard work and love and dedication and her giftings has brought the Ensemble Theater beyond George Hawkins into what it is now, to maintain what it is. So I just want to give her props. Okay, now, so Miss Eileen, you came and met Miss Eileen, and then you turned to acting.
I did. I fell in love with it because, like, even with us now, you form families.
Yes.
And the bonds are very genuine and they're pure because you're having to spend all these hours working toward this common goal. And
right.
So you need each other to make that happen. That's the one good thing about being a part of an ensemble. Everyone is important. Every part is important. And so you learn to trust your team, you know, and you learn to care for them and be there for them. So that I fell in love with the theater because of the unity and the excellence in the art. I mean, you have to practice so much. For what you guys are going to see tonight, so many hours and days of practice went into it, you know.
Yeah.
So
I love talk about that because I know my daughter was in Christmas is coming uptown when she was in high school, and I have to drive her down every day, starting I think before Thanksgiving or right after Thanksgiving, every day. So you all start practicing. Is it around Thanksgiving, before or after Thanksgiving?
October
10th.
Yeah.
October, yeah.
That's what I thought. I said I think it was before Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And is it every day still?
6 days a week.
Yes. See? And I told my daughter, I said, girl, this is a little too much. We live way out here. But it was a great opportunity for her. But she had to go to school the next morning because she was like a junior in high school. Mm-hmm. And so we would bring her down. There was a great experience for her. And she ended up going to NYU because she wanted to be an actress. And so that's a different story. But anyway, she was very good and gifted. And Miss Eileen gave her that opportunity. And but I just know the sacrifice of and I also know it doesn't. Well, her job didn't pay that much. I don't know how much. Y'all may be unionized or whatever you want to call it. She was not unionized, so her donation went toward the gas money.
There you go.
And it's okay.
It's okay. Right. Put a little food in the belly, put a little gas in the tank.
That's it.
But you know, really though, getting started off as an actor and actress takes a lot of sacrifice, and it's not a lot of money. And that's why you see a lot of actors start off being waiters and waitresses because they're just trying to keep up with the schedule and have enough money to pay something, the food or place that they. So go ahead and tell us about the rest of part of your journny. So you met Miss Eileen, you started acting.
I met Miss Eileen, went to Chicago Atunde. Big shout out to him because if it wasn't for Chicago, I don't think I would have, continued in the journey. So he helped to develop my vocals. You know, I was a very raw singer before, and Chicago helped me to really develop my skills. So shout out to Chicago. And then I met First Met. Okay, 2 years ago, I sang at First Met, and you guys welcomed me with open arms and made me feel like
really snatched her, like we just snatched her, and we just held on really tight, kind of like this is love, and she's like, I can't breathe, but you ain't going nowhere. Okay, so
I'm here.
anyway, go ahead. That's really kind of what.
I thought that was so wonderful because I value family. I value togetherness and unity. And when you guys embrace me, I just was like, I'm going to pour my love into this church. And so that's what I've been doing, working to get better and better at our performances. I am the performing arts director, so I'm over all of the plays and productions.
Yes.
I do write a lot of them and direct them and all of the things because I'm that person. So we developed it. First Met is really known for its performing arts department. They had very elaborate productions for many, many years. And so their idea in bringing me in was to revive that department. And so we've hosted several productions since I've been there. We have Christmas coming up, but 2024, the plans are just out of control. So I'm really excited for all the productions we have coming up. Yes.
Right. And so this particular one that we want to invite you to is going to be tonight at 7:00. And the great thing about this is that I have to brag on First Med. We really do strive to try to bring the best to the community at no charge. We don't charge a fee for you to get in. Of course, it does cost. First Met will pay. Bishop has started this and we are happy to do that because we love the arts. And we want to make sure everybody can't make it down to the Ensemble Theater for whatever reason. But when we bring it to the community, then everybody can come. Children, you know how sometimes you go to a production, you can only take one person, right? Just you. The tickets are so high. Well, you can bring all your children and everybody, and it's free. Yeah. So we thank Miss Eileen, the Ensemble Theater for partnering with us to make this happen. So when we're looking at tonight at 7, and you guys are going to be there, would you say that it's going to be a lot of singing or dancing or acting? What is the whole? Kind of give us a scenario about it. Little summary. Give a little something, okay?
If you want my honest opinion on scenario, you will be having another church service.
Okay.
with a bit of a flashback to what life used to be back then and Motown, all the.
Are we gonna go to church too?
Oh, absolutely! Yeah, we will definitely take y'all to church.
But it's all about Jesus now.
Always, come on, always. You can't talk about Christmas without talking about Jesus. That's just what it.
I would just want to make sure Jesus is gonna be in the room.
Always. No question that.
Yes.
Well, we're excited about that, and so we're excited that it's appropriate for all ages, right?
Mm-hmm. That was a question.
Right? Yes,
it
is.
Right? Yes.
My little 9-year-old cousin came and we went to Covenant Glen church on this past Sunday. She couldn't make it to the theater, same thing, but on the other side of town. And she literally has been talking about it every single day.
Oh wow!
Like 9-year-old, she is completely in awe and enamored with the performance that we gave. And like that wasn't even with the set and with all the bells and whistles that we have here. So yes, it is for all age. I mean, we had Wednesday some senior citizens that were.
We also have several schools
that have come as well. Yeah, that come on Wednesday.
Be careful that senior citizen stuff. Just mature adults. These were like. They were seniors. They were real seniors. Okay.
They were real seniors. Like, no, really. We thought they were the parents of the kids that were listening. We thought there was like the kids that was the Motown generation and their parents. Right. We thought it was them, but they came out and they were singing the songs too. So hey.
So you'll be singing along with the songs. What about some of the dances? Are y'all gonna have any of the dances that they had in the Motown?
I read a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Because I say that because when we would go, talking about what happened when the Motown songs would come out and everybody couldn't buy the little 45. Okay, so 1 or 2 people would buy it on the street and they would play it and they'll invite us over to their house or their hi-fi. Y'all don't know what a hi-fi is, but anyway, it's a big. And everybody didn't have one. It's like a big stereo boom box that looked like a big casket, really. That's how big it was.
Wow.
Okay. So I still have my mother's upstairs. She willed it to me, and I'm glad to have it. But you could pay. It was beautiful. I mean, it was very expensive, so people couldn't afford it. But anyway, so if you could afford your little record, you go down there, and with every record, there was a dance that came out to go along with it in that season. So we didn't let anybody in. I was in the projects. Everybody in the projects danced. I mean, good. I mean, like they just kind of knew how to live. No, you had to dance and be like a perfectionist. And so we would get on the sidewalk and turn the stereo to hi-fi up, and we would teach every step to that person till they got it.
Oh, wow.
Nobody left behind as far as dancing. So that's why I was asking if you're going to be dancing with that. So if I break out a couple of dances, y'all going to be okay?
Yeah. Oh, please do. Please.
I will call you up. Okay. Be at home now. I'm going to call you up.
Yes.
No, we're not going to do that. But Bishop would have a fit. But dancing was a really big part of us. The only people that couldn't dance in my age were the people who were the holiness kids. Sanctified, you know.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, were any of y'all holiness growing up? Yeah, holiness church. Anyway, they couldn't wear the bell-bottom pants that we wore.
Really?
The hip hop. No, you're gonna go to hell. And then the same thing about the dancing, you couldn't do it either. But I was Baptist, so we could dance, okay? Yeah, so everybody had to know the dances, and we would pretend. This is what I found so unique. But we would pretend like we were the Supremes and the whatever.
Yeah.
One of ours was Mr. Postman. Oh yeah, wait a minute,
Mr. Postman.
Wait, Mr. Postman. And we'd have the backup singers. So you're talking about the Temptations and the Four Tops and all of those, and the guys had all of those moves down. And so in the projects, we didn't have a lot of money, so that was our entertainment. It was good, clean fun.
Yeah,
Let me tell you, y'all are gonna love the Temptations.
Okay.
Night, the crowd goes crazy.
Okay.
I'm walking off stage and all I hear is screams for these songs. I can't see what they're doing, but I know they're cutting up. So
sometimes I'll get off the stage and I'll be like, "Now y'all talk that."
Oh my God!
Because they come on right after the Martha and the Vandellas, and I'm like, "Y'all go talk that."
It's a hard act to follow. It's a really hard act to follow. So yeah.
Wow. Well, you know, a lot of the history that you all are going to be talking about will be really during the times when Bishop and I were dating, or when we even fell in love. And I remember at my locker, he was always trying to be the temptation. I can't get next to you, girl. I can't.
Oh my God.
And he would try to sing those songs. And he was a skinny guy with this afro that wasn't really like a big one, but he had an afro now. And he would always say he can't get next to me because he wanted me to date. And so finally, I kind of gave him a chance, as that's what they called it back then, to prove himself. And he did well. And we've been married 50 years. So started on Motown, okay?
Yes.
Well, good. So I know, Bridget, you have something that's coming up that you are doing beyond Motown. You want to share with us? Because I just believe you're going to be one of those, and I'm going to say I knew her, you know, I that's my friend, that's my relative. So tell us about this I don't want to say it wrong. I almost said iPad, but see, I told you what is it called? EP?
Yes, it's an EP, and it's
EP.
It's
not IP, it's an EP. Go ahead.
EP. And it consists of a short number of songs, and mine has about 6 songs on it, 5 to 6 songs. I haven't decided on the last one, but and I will be releasing in the spring of 2024. So I just have other business things to do, copyright, all that good stuff. But I'll be releasing in the spring.
I'm excited.
In the spring of 24. So we're gonna have you back on right before it's released, so we can remember once you kind of get everything together. You know, last New Year's, it was New Year's. I think it was last New Year's, or maybe the year before. You sang this song, and I told you, I said, that song right there. I'm sorry. Is that going to be on there?
Yes, it is.
I told y'all, mark my word. That song right there, I told her, I said, that's your song. I said, that was going to make you a lot of money right there. I said, it's gonna be a hit. I'm sorry. I felt it in my spirit. So I cannot wait. Have y'all heard it?
I haven't, and
I
I'm kind of mad
and
that I haven't.
You're right.
So
Wow.
when we get off here.
She's keeping some secrets. And one of the things about Bridget, too, is that she's very talented, multi-talented, and she's going to have to kind of hone it in because she does so much. It's like that peanut butter and jelly sandwich where you get a little, just spreading it too thin on that all that big old bread. But she has a lot of gifts and talents to spread all over. And she doesn't brag about it. She doesn't talk about it. But if you watch her, she's like a busy bee.
Very, very,
Oh,
very.
she has so much energy. And I don't know if y'all know this about her too. I know this because, we've talked. She's a beekeeper. She keeps bees. Do you still have bees?
Oh,
They don't know. They don't.
Wow.
well, we just learned something today.
She is a beekeeper. I said, you are what? I mean, when I sat down one day to talk to her at the table, I said, wait a minute. You ride this little moped scooter up and down the Beltway 8 and across town.
Oh my God.
Even in the freezing weather, she's on a moped. I'm like, I want to say, little girl, what? I want to go to my dear owner. What are you doing? And then she told me about the big.
It's fun to drive. It's mine. It's paid for.
Fair.
So I love my moped. I
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with it, but it just to see her, you would not. If I said, which one of these on stage today is a beekeeper, they wouldn't choose her. Which one of these guys rides a moped up and down the Beltway? They wouldn't choose her. So she's just a bundle of joy and gifting. So we're excited about tonight. We want to invite you all out, and I'm going to give you all a last comment or something if you want to say to our audience about tonight. Convince them that they need to be in this place, or if it's something that we forgot to ask you, or you want to say, okay, why don't we do that and close out with that?
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram at Jacory with a K. That's JAKORIWITAK. Stay tuned to everything, any things that I have coming up. 2024 is going to be a big year as well. I mean, you really do not want to miss the show. I really think that if you can just take the opportunity to come and see us, we've got this weekend and then next weekend left. It's literally something you just simply don't want to miss. We've got the talent is bursting out of the ceiling in this entire cast, from the creative team as well. And I'm really, really blessed to be a part of this production and to have met so many wonderfully talented people here at the Ensemble, and getting to keep their legacy alive, which is the theme of their 47th season this year. Yeah, Legacy Alive. So
Legacy Alive. I love it. Well, you said something too. I want to just kind of say too, when you come down to see them at the Ensemble Theater, it will cost you, is it $35 or $38 is the minimum ticket?
It's like $53.
$53.
Yeah,
it's gonna cost you if you go down there $53
so
for
parking.
It's gonna be so.
It's gonna be so the best $53 you've spent.
Okay. So come to the
and you can see it for the free at First Metropolitan Church.
That's tonight for free. Okay.
Yes.
It's gonna be tonight at 7. It's gonna be for free.
Tonight.
If you miss it at First Metropolitan, then you can go down there and see it for $53. How about that? Okay. Well, I think we're about up. Sister Bridget, you have something else you want to share?
First of all, you want to tell me about your IG?
Oh yes. So again, my Instagram is Chief IKENNA. Follow me on my journey as a upcoming artist. Plans. I know next week we got a proclamation going on. So our slam team is getting a proclamation for the city of Houston this Wednesday. So that's gonna be exciting. as well as I am on my journey to go back to school. So,
congratulations. So wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Jet, close us out.
Okay, first of all, thank you all for watching. Lady O, thank you for having us here.
Thank
we are
you.
really appreciative for the love. And we'll see you all tonight. So make sure you get there early because the seats fill up fast at First Met. We love
come,
theater.
first serve.
So
That's right.
I want to miss it.
That's right. You want to get your good seat, right? And no saving seats. So you need to get there and get your own seat.
No saving seat.
No,
that's
ain't
what
no
First
saving
Lady
seat.
said.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, I love you guys. I love the Ensemble Theater. Hugs and kisses to Miss Eileen. And listen, and to our bishop and pastor, we are looking forward to seeing you there. We're preparing it for you. And so come on out, bring your family, bring your friends to First Metropolitan Church, 8870 West Sam Houston Parkway North, Houston, Texas, 77040. It's the place where you belong. First Met Church. I'll see you there with Motown tonight at 7. Woo! Bye-bye for now.